Hello everyone, welcome back to Down the Rabbit Hole series, where we build four-player pong game in different programming languages, or different programming tools, I guess in this case. So, last episode we started with Scratch and got some background going. Okay, and now hopefully we'll be able to finish today whatever we left last time. So this is what we had last time. The ball was going uh, somewhere. It was bouncing off some platforms. Not perfectly, but we got something working. And we made the game over sort of working. So since last stream, I figured I could just turn, let's see, this player for 180 degrees to make the ball actually bounce off of it. I don't really know why it matters, but it is what it is. So now it should. Oops, no, it does not bounce. Oh well. Oh, sorry, yeah. I guess I should have made it 180 degrees in the code, not manually. And if I do that, still does not bounce. Just try one more time. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. I'll figure that out later. But what I wanted to do is to change a few things. So it's not really well playable game, I guess, right now. Uh, so what I was thinking of doing is to add four more platforms to basically make it playable by one person. Oh, so let's see how do it. So we got player one, which works. I'm pretty sure it was working just fine. So with player one, we have if on edge bounce and the ball. So yeah, the actual mm, bouncing of platforms is inside the ball. And what we need to do here is to basically change it for players 3 and 4 to begin with. And from there, we can actually make it 4 more platforms. So let's just start with something. Because player 3 and player 4 are vertical, it's going to be very different for them. So it's going to be individual for each one of these. So I'm just going to duplicate this section. And let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much everything. Let me take that. So if it's player 4, I'll take this with me. Okay, so if we are touching player 4, timer. Okay, so the direction is important in this case. So it should be. So we were doing less than or greater than 180, but that only works with horizontal platforms. It's the bottom and the top one. With left and right platforms, what we want to do is see if it's less than. Let's see. So it's going to be minus 90. So it's either less than. Oh, sorry. It's less than 0 and greater than minus 90, or Yeah, so it's not as convenient with this in this case. So it's either the top half of the circle or the bottom half, which is from -90 to 0 and from 0 to 90 for one section of the code, and then from 90 all the way to 180, and from 180 to -90. Okay, so in order to do this, what I'll need to do is change this part a little bit, and that will determine whether or not we turn 90 degrees, and that might actually fix the problem with wrong bounciness. So let's see if, like I said, if our direction is less than 0 but greater than -90, so that's the first one. So I'll need some end. If it's less than 0 but I'll just duplicate this one, but greater than, actually no, I cannot duplicate this, I'll duplicate this one instead, but greater than -90, and that will account for this section of the circle. But then that will make it bounce. Let's see, so if it bounces like this, it should bounce, it should turn this way, so this one will go in here. But then we should also consider from 0 all the way to 90. So that also gives us option for OR, and the total section will look like this. If it's less than 0 or greater than 90, or if it's greater, let's see, if it's greater than 0 or, oh sorry, and less than +90, then it should turn 90 degrees clockwise. I know I could implement, checking which angle we're bouncing at to bounce off at the same angle. That would make it more or less perfect simulation of actual bounciness. But I don't think it's that important at this stage for such a game. So yeah, okay, and now I'll duplicate this and put it in here, and I just need to put it to change these numbers slightly. So if our direction is less than -90 and greater than -180, which will give me all the way from 90 to 180, so uh, this part of the sphere, and then all the way from, actually, is there -180 to begin with? 181. Yeah, that's, well, I mean, it's most likely not gonna land perfectly vertical. The chances are so low, if there's any in the first place. But we'll see. So the other one will be if it's greater than 90 and less than, yeah, I'll just put 180. Then it should turn the other direction. So that accounts for player 4. And now what I want to do is I want to duplicate this player 4 and make the same thing but with player 3. No, player 3. I don't need this one anymore. And so with player 3, if we bounce off of this player, what we end up having is, if we bounce from 90 to 0, we should turn counterclockwise. So from 90 to 0. So yeah, we just need to flip these ones. It's just gonna be the opposite of that one. And hopefully this will make it uh, actually bounce over them correctly. So let's see. Oh, I missed that. Would you look at that? It actually bounces off as I intended originally. There are still a few glitches here and there. Yeah, it like bounced twice from the same platform just now, but overall, with that small fix, it actually became playable. Well, in a sense, at least. I'll save this, and what I want to do now is I want to. So I was actually thinking of two ways. So the first way was just making the regular pong game for one person, but that sounds lame to me. So what I figured I could do is uh, basically duplicating player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4, and making two platforms on each side because the way the platforms move right now is if I hide the ball for now, uh, if I move, for example, this bottom one to the right, uh, yeah, the left one, so the right one will actually go all the way to up, and then if the ball lands here, for example, it actually gonna uh, what's that? We're actually gonna lose, and there's no way of winning it. And also, I want to fix this player 4. But adding, oh yeah, so what I was saying is adding an extra platform here, for example, will allow us to move two of these platforms to the edges or to the center at the same time, which will make it more like actually playable game. So first of all, I want to fix. Yeah, so there's no if on edge bounce. Uh, Actually, I just got an idea. I don't like the bounce part, so I'll make it more of an actual game code. So because here, let's go back to player 1. So we do if on edge bounce, and that sort of works. But if I keep pressing D, it's just gonna bounce, which kind of sucks. So what I could do instead, and I'll just quickly fix it because I'll forget about it later. But what I could do is make another check here. So if our position when we press A is, so let's see, when we press A, we reach, for example, here, so it's 150. So if it's less than 150, then we're gonna move. If it's not, then we're just not gonna move. That will make it a better experience if rather than the bounciness. So I'll take if from here. Actually, it gave me two of them. That's okay. So if let's see x position, yes, it's right here. So if my x position is less yeah, and greater, so this one is greater than, sorry, if this one is less than 150, no wait, if it's less, no, my bad, it's supposed to be greater than because we're moving to the left. So if my x position is greater than and I'm guessing this is gonna be, oh yeah, so this is 50, and then if I go all the way here, yeah, minus 150 as well. So minus 150, then we're moving minus 10 steps, and then here same thing, but oops, same thing, but we want to have this less than. And with that, I'm pressing D, and this platform just keeps staying here. Pressing A, and it just stays here. And that it makes it more reliable rather than the bouncing. Okay, so now the player 2. Honestly, I'll just duplicate this section here and put it in player 2. Oh, now the question is, where did that section go? Probably didn't go anywhere. Okay. Okay, I think it's good. Yeah, it's right there. So the player 2 is the top one. So it should be pretty much the same, I think. So if I remove this and put it here, and then this one, and this goes here. So basically the same code as player 1. That makes them identical, yes. Okay, I definitely more liking this than what was before. Okay, now, yeah, I'll duplicate the same code and put it in player 3 and player 4 right away. And I don't need any of this. Okay, so with these guys, we will be changing Y position instead of X position. Which means that if I run this code and choose player 3, I want to make sure I got, yeah, so it's going to be just 100, not 150. So I'm going to make minus 100 and plus 100. And I'll replace X position with Y position. Okay, let's see how that works. Seems better, but what I want to do, I just figured I could do something else. Because it's now gonna be one person playing game, because no way I'm making a multiplayer game in Scratch. I want to change these keys to W and S. So this one will make it go down, and this one will make it go up. And again, I think that should make it better user experience. So I only want, with A and D, I only want these platforms to move left and right. But then with W and S, I want this platform to move up and down, and same with this one. So let's do this one as well. Probably just gonna duplicate the whole thing to make my life easier. Okay, so oops. I don't need any of this, and I'm replacing this forever with this one. And that should hopefully give me what I'm expecting. Yeah, almost. Except it actually went all the way down there. Because, oh, I see, because this platform is actually rotated. So I don't need it to be that way. And that's because I'm using move 10 steps. I should have stick to change X and change Y. But yeah, I guess I don't know if it's too late. Maybe I should do it now. Yeah, I was pretty stressed last stream, so I made lots of really dumb mistakes here and there. So yeah, I'll take change. Let's see, that's player 4. I'll take change Y. So S supposed to make it go down. So -10 and +10. And let's see if that actually makes it better. Yes, that's what I want to see. And then I'll just do the same thing with player 3 just for the sake of reliability. Change Y here by -10. Nope, -10. And change Y here by +10. And then I'll just replace the same parts with for player 2 and player 1. So that will make it change X by 10 and change X by -10. And for player 1, we will take change X by 10 and change X. Oops. I should probably stop the game. Change X. Is there two of them in there? Oh, I see. That makes no sense. Okay, so change X here. Change X there. -10 here. Saving, and yes, this is actually playable by one person now. Well, except there's no ball. So if I add the ball back, I can actually control what I'm doing. And let's see, yeah. This is actually playable. And now that I look at it, I see a few more problems. So I don't really need 4 extra platforms the way I was thinking originally. But instead, I think it almost impossible to play it with one hand with WASD. So what I want to do instead is I want to change some of these controls. So I'll stick with A and D for player 1 and 2. But then for players 3 and 4, I probably want to change it to something like, let's see, AD, and then on the other side it will be GL. Yeah, that should make it good arm placements, hand placement. So S was bottom, so J will be the bottom, and then W will change to L. And that should make it, oh, I didn't change the other one, makes total sense. J, okay, yeah. So this one is J, and this one is L. Honestly, I was thinking my project was doing way worse than it looks now. Like way worse. But it's not that bad now that I look at it. Nope. Okay, well I guess this now takes just a skill game. Um, okay, but right now the game is sort of pointless and also pretty inconvenient when you just start right away and then it just goes. So what I want to do, well, first of all, I want to add some meaning to the game and also hide this part. I don't really need it anymore. But what I want to do now is make a score system. So I'll take a variable, call it score, and maybe like high score, yeah, just high score, score. And then here we will be able to, using these variables, we will be able to see our current game score and our total high score. And then the game, I think, should be finished by then. Well, except maybe like few graphics things here and there, but it's not really the point of these videos. The point is to make something working and playable. So I'll just finish the score, and I think that will be pretty much the end of the Scratch part of the video series. Okay, so let's see. So so I probably want to make it tied to the whole theme if I actually can do it. I don't think I've ever done anything within the theme, just with the objects. But let's see. So when I click flag, I want to set score to 0. I never want to set high score to 0. Okay, and now when I bounce, so when ball touches something, so like yeah, whenever we turn, we want to change our score by 1. So that's gonna be score. Let's see. So it goes all the way up here. I just want to start from the top. Oh, I think I made something wrong in here. Hold on. Oh, I guess I just don't need any of this because I changed it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. If touching player 1, then I want to go all the way here. No, here, because I don't want to count duplicate touches for the same player. I guess it's not no longer called player because it's just platforms for the same player. Sorry for tautology. But I'm not gonna change naming in the backend. Okay, and the same way I want to go here. Change score by 1. Something started working. Oh, I guess I just launched the ball only section of the code, and we can see that it does change the score. Great for debugging. Okay, now with player 4. So this one, same thing. I want it just here, and player 3. It will go just here. And now I should have my score changing. Oh, I forgot I have different keys for the vertical ones. I just want to make sure each and every one of these, yeah, everyone gives me 1 point of the score. Okay, that's good. So we have our score, and now I want to make sure I can save my high score. So for that, let's see. Do I want to go complicated or not? I probably do. So I'll make a message, or yes, or broadcast messages. So I'll make a message called game underscore over, and when I receive on game underscore over, I will, or as I'll have the scene stop everything. But before that, I'll make the check. No, I'll make sure to check that if my variable high score is less than my score, like this. So if high score is less than score, then I will set my high score to score. So whichever is greatest one will be set to, and that's the high score will be set to high score. If high score is greater than score, well, obviously we don't change high score. If score is greater than the high score, then it will be assigned to high score. We'll do that, and now what I only need to do is to replace this stop else with broadcast of game over. So we'll broadcast game over here, broadcast game over here, here, and in this one too. Okay, so that stops the game, and now if I bounce it a couple times, and I'm only playing with one hand, but we can see that it changed high score to 4, and it stayed like that we never actually changed it. So now it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be good. And now it's 12. Okay. And now we can actually play this game not as intended originally, but as intended at this point, I guess. Uh, yeah. I think that looks good enough to me. If you have any suggestions for what we could do with this game further, or whether or not I should publish it in the first place, because I don't think it's that good to get published, but who knows. But yeah, if you think I should do something about it, then let me know down in the comments section. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of our part 1.2. Yeah, I'm not that good with namings. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much the end of the Scratch. Unless someone really wants it, I'm not going to come back to Scratch anytime soon, at least. Uh, so thanks everyone for watching. If you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, or anything you would like to share or ask, just let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up button, or if you didn't, you can leave thumbs down. And I hope to see you next stream or next video, depending on where you're watching. So have a great day. Bye bye.